What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. Well, I just got done rewatching Stranger Things episode 6, The Monster. Um, so I'm going back to rewatching uh, Stranger Things before I start season 5 because it's been a few years since I've seen Stranger Things. I think the I start first started watching the show I think in 2020, end of 2022 or beginning of 2023. My friend was like, dude, all my friends were like, you need to watch Stranger Things. It's right up your alley. So, um, but this is a really good episode. Um, Jonathan rescues Nancy from the upside down world. And, yeah, it's just like Jonathan is staying over at Nancy's, and I don't think any of them could sleep like after what happened. And obviously, uh, Steve goes and kind of peeks in her window, sees like what's Nancy doing with Jonathan, and I like it with where Nancy and Jonathan's is at the supply store and getting, and the guy's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're chasing monsters. Like, oh, okay, that's normal. So, um, I like the conversation with Joyce and Hopper at Joyce's place. And Hopper's like, well, maybe I was chasing, a different kid all of a sudden, maybe I wasn't after Will or whatever. And then that's when he gets a tip to go find Terry. So Eleven's mom. And that made me want to, like, watching that part make really wanted me to reread the book because I've got the prequel book with Terry. um and they mentioned a little bit when she got paid to go to the lab, and they gave her a lot of like psychological drugs and stuff and experiment stuff and everything. So the book actually deals with like Terry and stuff and everything, so it's really good. um and then Dustin tells Mike, you're like, no, you gotta go apologize to Lucas. He's like, no way. So Lucas is doesn't want anything to do with 11, and he wants to go find the portal, and Dustin and Mike goes and find 11. And well, after the supply store, you know Nancy sees that somebody graffitied the theater, said something really bad over her. And then Nancy sees Steve and the rest of that group, and then Steve is just like poking fun at Jonathan. Oh, I love when Jonathan just turns around and nails Steve, and nails him a couple good times. And Steve had that coming. Steve had that coming big time. He deserved that. So, um, but I also like the end of this episode where they're looking for 11, and the two bullies finds them, and then one of the kids orders um, Mike to jump over the cliff, and 11 catches him and then scares the two bullies, and he's like, yeah, you better run. And I like that little moment with Mike and 11 and Dustin hugging each other. I'm like, oh, look at that, they're back there, everything's cool. And Lucas finds the portal at the lab, and he knows something's going on with all the vehicles leaving. And then one of the lab goons spots the kids coming home, and um, so um, they're out to go get the kids and stuff and everything. So, but it's really cool to reacquaint or reacquaint. Yeah, that's one of the word I'm trying to say with this show, because, like I said, it's been a few years since I first watched it. So, I just remember bits and pieces of the show, and I'm like, was that season 2 or was that season 3 or was that season 1? They kind of all mash up together. So I'm definitely going to finish season 1 tonight. I only got two more episodes, but like I said, this episode ranks right up there. This is It's a really good episode.